like how do you fit the time to do bodybuilding, be a MMA, well, not an MMA coach, but like a boxing
Boxing
coach
coach.
and what else? And a strength coach. That's a
So
lot.
the boxing coach and the strength coaching tend to go hand in hand because
Okay.
it's all done out of the club, which is there's a small gym underneath the club. I have a large investment in there in equipment. It's absolutely my baby. Um, so it's all in one building. So that actually does make my life much easier. Generally, my life looks like I get up in the morning, get up, get dressed, pack the wolf pack because I've got like every bodybuilder now these days got the wolf pack
Yeah.
backpack and pack it up with my food, everything otherwise needed, and go to the gym and do my first round of cardio. Yeah, that's when that is actually Brandon LaRose.
Okay.
He is a phenomenal fighter. Love to see him come
Okay.
back if he sees this. Subtle hint.
All right.
Um
Did you train him or
so our head coach needs to
yeah,
Jason Burgoyne of Pembroke Boxing is the head coach that put him in there as a strength and
yeah,
conditioning coach. I help make sure my athletes are physically healthy and are advancing in their skill sets. As their boxing coach, I take a back seat to Jay. Jay is a far more experienced coach than myself.
okay. How did you get into like boxing coach though? Like what get into boxing?
So, uh, Jason Burgoyne approached me about using my skill set to help with his athletes at
Right.
Pembroke Boxing, and then offered me the opportunity to go take my level one boxing. After I'd actually been coaching underneath him for a significant amount of time, and it was a great opportunity. And I always welcome the opportunity for more to learn more. So I jumped at it. So basically, yeah, I was offered an opportunity and I took it.
Okay.
It's not a long story, but exactly as it should be.
Oh, okay. Do you boxing or I don't know. I'm not too
I
much of a
don't
boxer
fight.
fan.
I don't
Okay.
fight personally. Um, and I do find it hard to get the time to train to box as much as I want now because in order to get to a pro card, the reality check is I have to be very very focused on the bodybuilding, and
Yeah.
it's become I don't want to say obsessive, but it's taken over time that I would put toward boxing. That doesn't mean I don't wrap up and hit the bag. I do. It's a great stress relief, especially when you're cutting for shows and you don't have as many carbs as you should have, and you might be a little short.
Yeah.
It's a good place to put to put the energy. Um, but I don't fight. Do I understand it? Yes, very much. I understand how to control the ring. Um, you don't always have to be a fighter to see how to benefit your fighters.
Mm, okay. I mean, I probably did a little box. I punched I had the speed bag and the punching bag, and I took a vacation one time somewhere, and I was training a little bit, you know. So that's how far I got with boxing. I probably looked at my lead documentary videos. I actually have one like Muhammad Ali when how he in the beginning when he was a kid, this guy he was teaching him how to box stuff.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
Well, what I will tell you is I love the bodybuilding world. I really do. But you do, and you're seeing it more and more often now. Is it can take over your life. So
yeah.
sometimes you got to step back and balance it with other sports. So
Right.
I do box. I have played rugby. Um, I used to run Spartan races all the time. So in my off season, when I'm not competing, I really do try to round myself out as an athlete. I think it's important, and I think it helps you respect things a great deal more.
Yeah, yeah, bodybuilding, from what I know, like it's not easy to understand when you're trying to learn it. What was it like hard for you to, well, you said that you had to kind of you had to like learn from books, and when you see people, you ask them. Was it like difficult, like in your first, like, so trying to understand it? Because for me, it wasn't really easy, like the divisions and the point system and all this stuff. you know I just
No, it
asked.
was not easy. It was not easy at all. I I struggled. Some shows were successful and some shows I struggled. All you did was listen to your judge's feedback, listen to your coach's feedback. And I've had multiple coaches and some amazing coaches in my career.
Yeah.
Um, it's a matter of, if you take the time to know yourself and not be afraid to say, I don't know. And a lot of people don't like to do that. They don't like to say, hey, I think I need help. I don't know what I'm doing. Every time I struggled, looks like it's time to go find help. Looks like it's time to ask. I would approach, I worked with, like I said, multiple different coaches over the years, and I've listened to everything they've ever told me, and they've all brought an amazing amount of value to me. I at one point worked with Darren Mealing at Freak Fitness, with
Mm.
Denise Fanning, that worked with him. She taught me a great deal. I worked with April Dumashall, another Canadian athlete, amateur athlete, and again, listen to everything she had to tell me. All those coaches helped me build. They helped put me where I'm sitting today. And where I'm sitting today is 2025. I'm walking out with a pro card. There is no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, or buts. There is no. There is only yes.
Yeah. Did you ever worried about like injuries and stuff training?
Oh, I'm very aware of my injuries. Like I said, I do have a tendency to try new things all the time, and I used to do handstand walks. I don't do
Right.
handstand walks anymore because I fell out of one and hurt myself.
Mm.
And I hurt myself
Wow.
pretty good. Um, Injuries
Yeah.
occur, but part of why I like to specialize in strength and conditioning is it allows me to know how to properly heal those injuries, not only for myself, but for my clients, as a trainer. Um, so yeah, I'm always afraid of an injury, and I'm 48. The reality check is, how much can my body take? How long can I push my body to its absolute limits? And I think I have many years left before my body's going to tell me it can't do it.
Mm.
But I also listen to myself. If I know when I'm going to hit a wall, it might be time to take a day off. Maybe I need to take a week off and let my body reset. It's accepting the fact that you can't be 100% 100% of the time.
Yeah.
And if you accept
Like,
that, you will reduce your risk of injury.
yeah. Like, walk with me with your training. Like, what you do, like 5 days a week training.
Currently training 6 days a week.
6 days a week.
I
Okay.
use a step mill first. Yeah. So I'm my first round of cardio in the morning, off season or prep season, is on a step mill. Um, then breakfast, and I tend to take a break if it's taking clients, administrative paperwork, whatever else needs to be done in my day. I will step away. I will do those things, and then I will come back generally between 2 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon after I've got an adequate amount of food into me. And then I will do my lifting and stage work. If I am in prep, which I currently am, then I add my additional cardio into that session. So another 15 to 30 minutes, depending on what I require.
Okay.
And that's 6 days a week.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, do you get up early? Like, I know you got to get up like 4 o'clock or something like that. Some people tell me that, like, they get up like 3 or something like it's early.
I am fully self-employed. So
Okay.
I do have a little bit more leisure, but I have for many years, I was working a 9 to 5. So I did used to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to do it.
Okay.
And then I would go to my 9 to 5. And then I would go back to the gym. And then I would take clients and I would work till 8, 9 o'clock at night. Now I have a little bit more leeway because I am fully self-employed. So now I generally get up in the morning and I can go a little bit slower. So I get up about 7, but my day typically ends about 8 o'clock at night. So
Wow.
it's a little trade-off. It's not quite as early, but it's still early enough.
Yeah. So you got all the way George Page. He said I was more into Tanya Harding.
So were a lot of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
That
I
was
wasn't
funny.
watching.
That was a
I
funny
don't
time
think.
to be a figure skater.
Yeah, I wasn't watching. I remember there was this a scandal though with a figure skating with a figure skater. I think she body with a knee or something like that, and it was a real scandal or something. I forgot.
Oh, it was a whole show. It
Yeah,
was a whole show. I remember it. Yes, Nancy
yeah,
Kerrigan and Tanya Harding.
yeah. Then it was this
I
Asian
remember
girl.
very well.
She was a big deal. I think this was like in the
Christy
'90s or the
Yamaguchi.
2000s. Yeah, Christy Yamaguchi. Yeah, yeah,
Christy
yeah.
Yamaguchi. She
That's
was very talented.
yeah, yeah. That's how far I know with skating. That's how far. I would watch basketball and sometimes football and stuff. So I did watch gymnastics, like especially with the Olympics.